In this video, we're going to see how angles relate to each other. So we're typically going to be looking at some pairs of angles. First off, we have adjacent angles, which we've seen before. They're just angles that are right next to each other. Anytime you hear that word adjacent, think next to. So specifically for our angles, that means that they'll have a common vertex, a common side, and no common interior points. So for this first example, angle ABC would be adjacent to angle CBD because they both share vertex B, they both have side BC, and no points inside of ABC are also going to be inside of CBD. But if we look at another angle pair in the same diagram, ABC and ABD, even though they both share vertex B and side BA, some points inside of ABC are also inside of ABD. Also, if you look at where the angles are, ABC is not next to ABD. It's stuck inside of, so that means it's not going to be adjacent. Next we have vertical angles. So these are angles whenever you make two lines that cross each other. They're basically angles that are across from each other. So that means that they share a vertex, but they're not going to be adjacent, and their sides are going to form opposite rays. So in this picture here, angles 1 and 3 are vertical, and angles 2 and 4 are vertical. Just think angles opposite to each other whenever you have lines intersecting. We also have complementary angles. That just means any angle pair where the measures are going to add up to 90 degrees. And it's all about the measurement. Really has nothing to do with the position where any angle is relative to another, all about what their measurements add up to. So in this picture here, angle 1 and angle 2, those are going to be complementary because it looks like they form a right angle. That little right angle box tells us that their measures are going to make that 90 degree angle. Also, you can have some non-adjacent complementary angles, like here, angle RAT and angle DOG, rat, dog. Those two angles have measures that add up to 90, 60 and 30 make 90. Even though they don't connect to each other, doesn't matter. Their measures add up to 90, and that's really all that matters. Here we could say that angle RAT is the complement of angle DOG. All that means is its measure adds to the other one to make a complementary angle, or they add up to 90. We also have supplementary angles. Their measures add up to 180 degrees. They're pretty much just like complementary. It's just the end result is 180 instead of 90. So looking at this picture here, angle 1 and angle 2, if you look at the line that they form, their measures have to add up to 180. So those would be supplementary angles. Likewise, angle CAT and BIG, those two angles, even though they're not adjacent, doesn't matter. It's all about the measurements. 45 and 135, that makes 180. So here, cat and big would be supplementary to each other. You could also say that one of those angles is the supplement of the other angle. Just like with complements, that just means it's an angle that's supplementary to another angle. Lastly, we have linear pairs. So there's definitely going to be some overlapping here. These are any adjacent angles that happen to be supplementary. Using a picture we just saw a second ago, the same one here, angle 1 and angle 2, those are a linear pair because they're adjacent to each other and they're supplementary. Just so happens that they form a line, hence the name linear pair. That's all you need to know about angle pairs.